We'll wait for a few minutes until viewers are here. We need is after hello there, Jess. How are you? Wait, yeah. After that, I will going to say a good morning to everyone, because there's something to think about. Thank you, thank you. Well, what is up, guys? My name is Chris Speed. Welcome to my stream, and hope you guys are doing well. So, it's been a long day for me, the fact that for those activity and already feeling up those grading semester got. Actually, not all of it, because the concerning of the fatigue is not just about what I'm doing throughout my daily process, but also what I'm doing to take outside of a comfort zone, because I remain active as futsal duty for recent in Montana, and until end of the year, like if I'm not wrong, possibly Tuesday and Thursday every night. So yeah, I don't think that grading semester camp will not be possible in full. And so myself trying to managing a composer about my energy, about my pride, and yeah, I'm ready to compete for Motor Fast Racing League, or known as MLL, ahead of season 3, start the division. But yeah, the last 3 races lost from the morning was, as so stated, got a mistake going on, starter. Yeah, the moment I almost completely lost it. So that's why I had to evaluate and understanding my own failure like that. But who knows where I can learn from accountability. Anyway, failure is not an option where you fail once but settle down. Like, possibly, with the first, I want to talk about my college. He's been already halfway through the process, and even I'm in 5th semester, I try to maximize the wave taking an opposite direction, because I'm immersive as futsal duty of content creator like that. So wherever I'm done to do my own power as content creator, edit myself. And I realizing they understand amount of struggle I've had, try the other way. But I cannot resist to be a loser anymore, because I know I try to find my own way and not to force myself a bit too much, that I'm understanding the weaknesses to know I cannot compromise the failure like that. Just so speed or non-acetal for a reason I'm here. But why? I need to set up some time management because the resting is such a good ideal, but every Thursday week like this is hell no. I cannot do that. It's a bit too much for me about facing the challenge, just the brand new challenges like taking 4 courses. I'm not comfortable with it. But let's adjust about the small step. So which is basically I wanted to do because I had no voice at all. But leadership should take more accountability. And I remain active as futsal duty at the end of the year. And 2 full seasons so far, I've been done remarkably well. And I almost reached the finish line. And understanding my own weaknesses that I haven't studied really effective. Well, where that my brain needs to be stormed to, that you have to understand the concept of what I've learned about the coding, especially the visualize. Leaders should take more accountability. And what I learned from watching Spider-Man movie, A Brand New Day, whew, great power comes great responsibility, where Spider-Man saved the entirety of the New York City against the crime and the violence like that, which is incredible. But what I can tell the truth is I can't go back. But sometimes you are too ready. But the only way I can handle is the commitment to understand the realization and the weaknesses going on, like I don't think I can handle much longer about the sometimes you try, sometimes you had trouble. Edit yourself, especially me, because we all made from scratch to zero, but somehow mistake can learn from it. Always make a good effort for necessary. Yeah, I, I'm thinking that learning from accountability is what I'm doing. So you guys had built their own path, and you, it is right, Eddie, that we all human make our own mistake, but especially content creator for myself, like especially I've been active as futsal, means everything a lot to me. But who knows, I can pass through until 4 years maybe, or until 5 years. I'm pretty not sure, but like hopeful that I won't have a couple of hiccups along the way. Yes, we all made a mistake, including myself, but we can't recover the amount of mistakes that we've had. Not perfect, but we move on from where I actually had to evaluate that something to improve the situation. Sometimes life can prove to learn from the failure. And especially for me, I could have done a lot of great things since coming back from university. And the fact that I'm not giving up because of my pride, dignity, and understanding the truth that I cannot start from the beginning. And and that simply I already made it to halfway and something like that. That's why I'm not surprised. Although I got distracted, lol. So, anyway, let's move on for the next couple of. Oh yeah, before moving on, the college, my fifth semester college will start on 2 weeks later, which is 26 August. So, I have to prepare myself, make up some good mindset, and hopefully things will be okay. And there's no more negative think about. Think about all the way that I've been accomplished. And next year, at the end of sixth semester, this will be a very difficult decision to make because I had little experience to work with under pressure like that. So time management could be a problem, and the understanding the downfall that I'm not an employee like that, but I had a couple of step up to be a leader, somewhat really a major possibility for what I have to do. Okay, futsal activity is like every Thursday and Thursday night. So for me, one of those goals won't be possible. For example, had fine by attendance 3 times or over, as I mean the fine for the attendance 4 times or over, this will be disaster. So I want to flag. So I won't repeat that same way happen again. And I don't want to commit follow them because I understanding my hard way that the graded semester cut I took is almost full as I expected to be planned. But the good news is I can adapt it. Actually learning from mistake and accountably as well. So I'm hoping to make some good adjustment, and there's nothing act like a failure like that. Hello Satyani Sani, how are you? Try to think about the reflex from today's activity. So one thing I learned from PT Parker that great power comes great response. That will be later to be guessed. So the college for me overall won't be a problem. I will try to organize something, a learning new process of things, especially being active as content creator, that really possible chance to connect with each other well and improving social life. I actually wanted to say that we all made our own mistakes to know there's no more excuses, but doing it by taking action every step of the way, which I like it. But the sleeping process, like this is impossible for me because I had to just like 6 8 hours sleep to maintain my energy really well. But who knows, I can dig deep to finish my job as a futsal duty. Therefore, I fought to so many hell of things like that. That all 4 semesters, by the way, that's somewhat a very positive mark. That already over halfway distance. But let's take a last a bit because I recently cannot do much longer. Let's find the other way that I have a control for the rest of the effort, and hopefully I cannot fail like that. Satya Sani, hi there. But the people realizing that how much I can learn the value and build up a good character to step it up. That's a good quality of leader. And knowing what I have to do comes next in the next couple of weeks at the start of 26 August. And a little bad news to all of you that at the end of sixth semester next year, this will be my toughest decision I've ever had to make. So I'm hopeful nothing too serious. No, I'm realized the way that having the hard way that I face a tremendous challenge I've ever had as informatics students. It's going to be an emotional one, but I'm hopeful that resting is a number one priority, but take time for necessary. Now, what I also reflect from the Spider-Man movie is, yeah, I learned everything that great power comes great responsibility, courtesy of Peter Parker, that he's from Spider-Man that who saved the community at New York City against the violence or something else that suspected about the evil as known. So yeah, I hope I can learn from valuable lesson. To be a hero, I have to make somewhat accountability. And that's simply what the growth mindset is there. If you fail, especially myself, moving on, evaluate, and improve to have what it takes. And finally, for the upcoming summit, tomorrow there will be a DOS portal. There will be a DOS splitter, which is spiritually firefighter fee and two of those Maseratis from Ghibli as Ghibli's as a scoop and DOS for one uppercut called Aviary concept, which is the one I'm not missed out tomorrow. Now, with the preparation set, after filling up those greatest master card, I actually not a bit too much. So let's take a small adjustment to take an opposite direction. Next year, I will take the leadership if I want to win, but the little concern about being active as Force Avatar duty, if I missed out the street at least 4 times or over, I got fined by the legislature. So that's why I have to make the right decision to miss out. But reminder about how far I've been accomplished, and I can't go back from the past. So my family will be proud for that, and I'm hoping that the next year's decision at the end of 6th semester will be too serious, including, I cannot take sabbatical like that. The fight of pain barrier, including my back and everything on my body, need to be a good shape. So it is what it is right now. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going back on racing, trying out to make up some major sweat to testing out on ML training, which is called a Manifest Racing League, to test my ability of cornering, guttering, and some all the skills I had to learn. So be nice, fair, and overtaking with other players, not ramming anyone. So that's what called a disrespectful. Anyway, I gotta say no to take for greatest master card because of all the wrong reason to face a more pain barrier. And that's it. I'm just wanted to say thank you guys for coming in on the stream, and I don't want to feel a headache any longer because I tried to handle my energy and somewhat really positive mark to take time for necessary. Plus, the Fusamatana first half montage of the season so far, since there's no futsal activity, means we took a couple of days break until the first half montage will be revealed soon as follow. So that's the announcement I had to make. Anyway, thank you guys for coming in. I will see you guys on the next one.